ومن والاه. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. آمين يا رب العالمين. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. Welcome all of you to the new session today. And as discussed, this will be inshallah a revision session. However, there was something remaining from chapter 5, which we'll do quickly, and then we'll go about revising all the chapters that we have done so far. So we stopped in ninth exercise yesterday. So we already know the rules of Ismun and Ibnu, that whenever it's preceded by a word, it's the Hamzatul Wasl gets dropped. So the next exercise is about that. So اقرأ ما يلي مراعيا قواعد النطق همزة الوصل. It means read what follows, and keeping in mind the rules of pronunciation while reading the Hamzatul Wasl. So let's do the first one. Ibn Muhammadin fil Iraq wa ibn Hamidin fil Hindi. It means the son of Muhammad is in Iraq and the son of Hamid is in India. So let's do the Mubtada and Khabar. So Ibnu is Mubtada here, and it is also Mudaf. So we say Ibnu Mubtada wa huwa Mudaf. Muhammadin Mudaf ilay Majroor. Fi is Harf Jar, and Al-Iraq is the name of country, so it's Majroor because of Fi. So Fi fil Iraqi, both combined, are called Shibu Jumla Khabar for this sentence. Now Waw is the Harfu Atf, and because of Waw, while reading we'll say Wabnu Hamidin. However, while analyzing we'll say Ibnu again is Mubtada wa huwa Mudaf. Hamidin is Mudaf ilay. Fi is Harf Jar, and Al-Hindi is Majroor, and these two combined Shibu Jumla Khabar. Next is okay, I'll ask someone to do it. Feroz.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Assalamu alaikum. Please analyze the second one.
Sure. This is Kharaj ibn Tabibi min al Bayti. This is Jumla failure, so
Yes.
there is no Mubtada here. However, there would be a file here because this is Jumla failure.
Yes.
So file here is Ibnu.
Yes.
Ibnu, and Ibnu is also Mudaf.
Yes.
And At-Tabibi is Mudaf ilayhi.
Yes.
And min here is Harf Jar, and Al-Bayti is Majroor, and min al-Bayti together is Shibu Jumla.
Not Khabar here because this is Jumla.
Yes, Jumla failure.
Barakallah. Jazakallah khair. So you see Kharajabnu, while reading we'll say Kharajabnu Tabibi. And also I told you about this in the last class, that if you have min and alif lam, so you have two sukoons, and the rule is that two sukoons never meet. Like the rule was la iltika usakinain, meaning that two sukoons never meet. So especially in case of min, we add a fatha to read to ease the pronunciation, such as min al bayti. And if it is otherwise, then we'll add a kasra. Okay, we have seen this before. It's just to remind you. Next is let me ask someone. Brother Ziaul Haq.
ذهب ابن التاجر إلى السوق.
Yes.
ذهب is مبتدا.
Yes.
No,
sorry. This is Jumla failure, right?
ذهب means went, no?
Yeah, this is what? Jumla ismiya or failure?
Jumla failure.
Yeah, so you don't have a mubtada here.
Okay.
You have
So,
fail and then file.
yeah. So ibnu is file. وهو مضاف.
And why
التاج
ibnu is file? What is the property of a file?
is- it, because
File is always,
uh,
just like mubtada and khabar, file is always marfu. So what is
okay.
marfu here? Marfu is ibnu, and that is why it is file.
Okay.
I gave you the example of kallama Allahu Musa takliman, right? You remember that kallama was fail and lafzul jalala, Allahu was file, because file is always marfu. So
Yeah.
similarly, zahaba is fail, meaning he went, but here file is zahir, that is apparent, which is nothing but ibnu. So zahaba is fail madi. Ibnu is file, wa huwa mudaf, at-tajri mudaf ilayh.
إلى
And ila suqi
إلى is حرف جر. السوقي is
is majrur.
is مجرور. Yeah.
Yes.
إلى
These
السوقي is
shibh jumla.
جملة.
Not khabar here, because whenever we have jumla fa'liya, we will deal with fail and file and not mubtada khabar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Translate.
Barakallah. Okay. Yeah, you translate and I'll ask someone. So yeah, please translate.
Son of Tabib went. Uh, sorry, below. No. ذهب. Son of businessman
Yes.
went to the market.
Yes. Son of the businessman went to the market, and for second one, the son of the doctor or the son of the doctor left from the house. Okay, barakallah. Okay. Fourth one, let's see who can do. Abdul Hamid, you are the next, please.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ismu al-muhandisi
Yeah.
Faisalun wasmu tabibi
Wasmut Tabib.
Masud wasmu tabibi
Yes.
Masud. So ismu here is mubtada,
Yes.
and um, the next is khabar, and
No, Ismu is Mubtada, and is it something else as well? Ismu is Mubtada,
yeah,
okay.
ismu mubtada wa file.
File?
And
No, this
yeah,
is Jumla Ismiya, right? So we don't have
sorry.
file.
I mean muzaf.
Mudaf. Yes.
Muzaf.
Yeah, if that Arabic terminology is getting difficult on you, you can say Ismu is Mubtada and it is also Mudaf. That's also acceptable.
Yes. Ismu is mubtada and also it's mudaf. And al-muhandisu is
Al-Muhandisi.
mudaf alayh. Al-muhaddisi is mudaf alayh.
Because Mudaf ilayhi is always Majroor,
Majroor.
right? Yeah.
There's
And what
kasra here.
cover here?
How's that? Okay. Is always majroor.
Mudaf
Because
ilayhi is always Majroor.
yes.
And what is Faisalun here? In this sentence?
It's muzaf because it's marfu.
No. See, Abdul Hamid. First you do the translation, then this will be clear to you. Do the translation first, then go for analysis.
Son of ismu
Engineer. Muhandis
yes.
means engineer.
Okay. Son of engineer is Faisal. And son of
No, not son.
was
Ismu means name.
oh name. Yes.
Ibnu means son.
Yes. I'm sorry. Name of the engineer is Faisal, and name of at-tabib doctor is the doctor is Masood.
Yeah. Now do the analysis. Find mubtada, khabar, mudaf, mudaf.
Okay, here ismu is mubtada.
Yes.
And it's also muzaf.
Yes.
And al-muhandis, the engineer, is Muzaf ilayh because it's majroor,
Yes.
and Faisal is again Muzaf.
No, Faisal is
No,
khabar, right?
khabar.
Faisal can never be mudaf because mudaf does not take tanween, and Faisalun has tanween. So how is it going to be mudaf ever? Because it defies the rule of mudaf, right? So Faisalun is khabar here because if you have already translated that the name of the engineer is Faisal. So Faisal is the khabar here, right?
Okay. And then
Next.
the same goes with the next part also.
Okay,
Wasmu is
do it
Muzaf.
please. Do it.
Yeah, Wasmu is Muzaf,
No, wow is
and
harfat.
Waw is
Wow is harfat. Ismu is mubtada and mudaf.
and Muzaf.
At-tabibi is mudaf
Tabibi.
ilay majroor. Mas'udun is khabar. Is
Khabar.
this clear, Abdul Hamid?
Yes,
It's
yes.
easy. It's easy. So let me do it again. So ismul muhandisi Faisalun. The name of the engineer is Faisal, and the name of the doctor is Mas'ud. So ismu is mubtada and it is also mudaf. So we say ismu is mubtada wa huwa mudaf. Al muhandisi mudaf ilay majroor because mudaf ilay is always majroor. Faisalun is khabar because we are getting the information. The name of the teacher, the name of the engineer is Faisal. Wow is harfat, and because of wow, we while pronouncing we say was mutabibi. So and wow is harfat here. Now coming to ismu again is mubtada and it is also mudaf. At-tabibi is mudaf ilay majroor. Mas'udun is khabar. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, Abdul Hamid.
Yes, Allah. Jazakallah.
Next is let me read it. Masmur rajuli. Masmur rajuli. And similarly, if you want to ask what is your name, so you say Masmuka. And if it is a girl, and you're asking, you say Masmuki. Okay. And if you want to ask what is his name or her name, so Masmu, Masmuhu, Masmuha, and likewise. So you can do the conjugation with all the Zamair Muttasil. Okay. Masmur Rajuli. What is the name of the man? What is the name of the man? So ismu here is mudaf and ar-rajuli is mudaf ilayh. Yeah, Faisalun and Mas'udun is marifa because it's a proper name, and proper name even though they have tanween and comes as khabar, but it is marifa. Right? So there are exceptions to that rule that khabar is mostly nakira, and there are some exceptions. So one of the exception is this, that if it is the name of somebody, then it cannot be nakira, it is marifa. So this is one of the exceptions. There are few, but mostly it is nakira. Okay. Next is who can read this? Okay, brother Eka, if you're there. Hello. If you're speaking, brother, I cannot hear you. Hello. Sorry, brother, we can't hear you. Mic problem. No issues. No issues. We can't hear you. No problem. Nizamuddin is with us. So Nizamuddin, do the next one. Walaikum salam.
Ibnu man anta? Whose son are you?
Yes.
Ana banul waziri.
I am the son of the minister.
I'm not the minister.
Yeah. So you have power now, right? You
Oh.
need to fix. You need to be careful from it.
Ana is mubtada, yeah?
Yes.
Abnu is
Ibnu.
Ibnu is khabaran wa huwa mudaf.
Yes.
Al-waziri is mudaf ilayh, majroor.
Yeah, Barakallah feek. Okay, we are almost done with this lesson, except there are few words. Al-kalimatul jadidatu, meaning the new words. First is ar-rasulu. We know ar-rasulu means the messenger. Al-ka'batu, our qibla, Kaaba. Al-ismu means the name. Al-ibnu, the son. Al-ammu, al-ammu means uncle, from paternal uncle. Al-khalu, maternal uncle. Al-haqibatu, al-haqibatu means garden. Al-haqibatu means bag, sorry, not garden. Hadiqatu means garden. Al-haqibatu means bag, sack. So, as-sayyaratu meaning the car. Ash-shari'u means the street. Mughlaqun means closed. And the opposite of mughlaqun is maftuhun, open. Tahta is dharf. Tahta means under, and it is dharf makan. Hunaka means there. It is also dharf makan. And we have already seen that sayyaratul mudarrisi, mudaf, mudaf ilay. And the rules that we saw was mudaf is always, mudaf does not take tanween, and mudaf does not have alif lam. And mudaf ilay is always majroor. So this is the rule that we have seen, and we have done enough examples. And this is called mudaf, and this is called mudaf ilay. And the rule for ismun and ibnun is that if it is preceded by a word, the hamzatul wasl gets dropped. So if you want to ask what is the name of the boy, you say masmul waladi. Ma ismul waladi. The actual one was ma ismul waladi. However, since ismu is preceded by a word, so it's pronounced as masmul waladi. Just like you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So bi ismillahi. Instead of that, we say Bismillah. Okay. So we are done with chapter 5, Alhamdulillah. So this is one of the most important chapters that was there in this book. So next, let's go back in time and do the revision from the beginning. And if you have any questions, please ask me in between. So we started with our discussion with first of all the Arabic alphabets. So I don't need to go in detail about this. It's just that there are 28 or 29 alphabets. So now we have started the revision. So whoever whosoever had missed the class, so there's a good chance to revise everything. I'll try to quickly go about all the topics that we have. I mean the terminologies and topics and related concepts that we saw quickly, inshallah. So we started with our Arabic alphabets. So there are 28 or 29 alphabets. And if you consider alif as one of the alphabets, then it's 29. Otherwise, it's 28 because alif in itself does not have any existence. It says as Hamza will sit over alif, just as here, Abun, Ahad, and likewise. So Hamza acts as a bearer of Hamza. Alif acts as a bearer of Hamza. Hamza can come on top of it and or at the bottom. Then we saw the parts of speech in Arabic and in English. So in Arabic, mostly we have 3 parts of speech, which is nothing but ismun, fa'ilun, and harfun. And we have seen all of these categories, right? We saw ism, we saw fa'il, dhahaba and kharaja. We saw huruf such as harfu atf, harfu istifham, harf jar. So we have seen quite a few particles, right? One was conjunction. Conjunction was nothing but harf atf. Preposition we saw min, ila, ala, fi, at least 4 we saw. And fail we saw 2, dhahaba and kharaja. Dhahaba means he went, kharaja means he left. And ismun we have seen a lot of ism. Okay. So Arabic speech, parts of speech is mostly comprises of these 3, and noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, interjection. All of these are assimilated to ism itself. So we saw ism, and then we saw pronouns. So in pronouns we saw the pronouns are nothing but damir, So in damir we have seen damir muttasil and damir munfasil. There were two categories. Then we have not seen adjective so far. Adverb we saw that was nothing but the zarf that we saw. Adverb was zarfu daman and zarful makan. Adverb of place and adverb of time. Okay. So this, all of this we saw, and there were adjective we have not seen so far, and interjection we have not seen. Verb, as I said, we have already seen. So when you combine this huruf, it becomes loves, such as kitabun, and with this loves becomes kalima, such as hada kitabun. And when you combine the kalimat, so it becomes a sentence. And I said in Arabic, the sentence must be like how to define a sentence in Arabic is al-kalam, which is nothing but the speech. So al-kalam huwa lafz, it's a lafz, al-murakkab, al-mufid, bil-wada, ja'a li-ma'na, wa aqsamuhu salasatun, ismun wa fi'lun wa harf. So let me translate this. So al-kalam, the speech is nothing but al-kalam huwa lafz, it's a lafz. What kind of lafz? Lafzul murakkab means compound words, such as kitabun cannot be kalam. It has to be two or more. So we say hada kitabun is kalam, speech that it has loves and compound and it has meaning, such as hada kitabun. When you say hada kitabun, it means this is a book. So it has loves more than two, more than one, which is two, and it has some meaning, and it is based on the rules of Arabic grammar. And the rules that we saw was yeah, before that the rule was that Hada kitabun, when you say hada kitabun or hada baitun, hada was mubtada and baitun was khabar. And the rule was like hada and mubtada both should be marfu. Sorry. Hada and baitun both were marfu. Hada was marifa, khabar was nakira, and hada and baitun both agrees with each other. So these were some of the rules that we discussed. Coming back to the vowel signs, we have seen the vowel signs that dhamma means this. It can be a single dhamma or double dhamma, and you may see a dhamma here and an inverted dhamma, or you may see like this, that both dhammas together. So it's nothing but the modern way of denoting the vowel signs. So this is called dhamma, this is fatha, and this is kasra, and it is used to elongate a word such as maftuhun, babun, qamisun. So all of this helps in the pronunciation. And the fourth one was sukun, and to denote sukun, we write a small circle kind of thing. So these were four vowel signs that we saw. Then we saw about marifa and nakira, which is nothing but definite and indefinite. So let me revise it again. So when we say indefinite, which is nothing but nakira, so and I also told you that the sign, to identify a noun, we have seen 2 or 3 rules so far. The first rule was it must have a tanween, and when I say tanween, it's nothing but the sound of noon that comes when you pronounce that word, such as kitabun, kursiyun, qalamun, himarun, hisanun, qittun, kalbun, miftahun, masjidun, baytun. There are lots of examples. So in all of these words, you may hear this sound, the noon sound at the end, such as when I say kitabun, you hear a noon sound. Kursiyun, right? So whenever you hear this noon sound, which means the noun has tanween, and if it has tanween, then it is nakira. Only exception was the proper names, such as Muhammadun, Khalidun, Hamidun. Because if it is a name of someone, it cannot be indefinite, right? So if your name is Muhammad, that means you're a definite person, that it's the name of someone, it's the name of somebody. Even though it has tanween, it cannot be indefinite because it's proper name. Otherwise, the common names, which such as a book and chair and table and pen, these have tanween, but these are nakira. But the exception are the proper names, which does not have, which even though has a tanween, but it's definite because it's a proper name, right? So whatever is indefinite which has tanween is called nakira. Okay, so this is the about nakira. And about ma'rifa, in the nakira ism such as kitabun, if you add alif lam to it, alif lam and tanween both cannot coexist. Okay, so as soon as alif lam is added, the tanween says bye bye to this ism and tanween goes away, so it becomes al kitabu. Okay, so the moment it becomes al kitabu, it becomes ma'rifa or nothing but definite. Okay, so this is about ma'rifa and nakira. And it can never be the case that al kitabun, because it has tanween and alif lam. This cannot happen ever, because alif lam and tanween cannot coexist. So this is about ma'rifa and nakira. I hope this is again it's just a revision. So we have dealt with lots of examples. It's just to tell you about ma'rifa and nakira is. If this terminology is kind of overwhelming to you, then this is the time to revise now, because we have already revised it. I mean, we have already used it a lot of times. So now when you say kitabun, it has tanween and it is nakira. And if it's alif lam, al kitabu, then it is ma'rifa and it does not have tanween. Okay. Then we saw about ismul ishara, such as hadha and zalika. So hadha was ismul ishara for something which is near, such as ismul ishara lil qarib, and zalika was ismul ishara lil ba'id. That means ismul ishara for something which is so far, which is not within your reach. So like all pronouns such as zamir, muttasil and munfasil, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, these ismul ishara are also definite. When I say definite, even though it does not have alif lam, but it is definite because it is ismul ishara, such as huwa, even though that did not have alif lam, but since it's pronoun, it's again definite in nature. And this is masculine as well. So feminine we will come in the next chapter about hadha and zalika. We have hazihi and tilka. So hadha and zalika is used with masculine nouns. As I said, they have feminine counterparts, which we'll learn in the next chapter. So hadha and zalika is pronounced as hadha and zalika, but alif is not written. So this is about hadha and zalika. This is mabni as well, because it does not change. Okay, and the names which change, such as kitabun, qalamun, muhammadun, these are all mu'arab noun. Mu'arab means the one which changes, and mabni which does not change. Then we saw ma and man. Ma was nothing but harf istifham, harful istifhami, or harfu istifhamin. So harfu istifhamin or harful istifham is not again mudaf mudaf ilayh, and it is used for ghayru aqilin. So again you have mudaf mudaf ilayh, right? Ghayru aqil, and it is used with ghayr aqil. So ghayr aqil means anything other than human beings, jinns and angels are comes under ghayr aqil. And man is used with aqil, such as us and jinns and angels. So ma hadha means what is this, and man hadha, if you want to ask about someone, you say man hadha. Similar such as man anta ya rajul, or man anta ya akhi, who are you, my brother. Then we saw the particle of interrogation, such as Hamza is called harful istifhami. So again you have mudaf and mudaf ilayh here, right? This will make more sense to you. Again, and Hamza was harful istifham, and another one was hal. Hal also we saw. Hal hadha baytun again gives the same meaning. La means la and nam are called huruful jawab. Hurufu is mudaf and al jawabi is mudaf ilayh. So you see mudaf ilayh everywhere. Then we saw solar and lunar letters such as huruf shamsi and huruf qamari. So huruf qamari, wherever you pronounce alif lam, such as al qamaru, al baytu, al babu, and huruf shamsi where you do not pronounce alif lam, such as ash shamsu, that it gets assimilated. And the tip of tongue is involved whenever you pronounce this huruf shamsi. So we have seen the division, like 14 out of the 28 Arabic alphabets, 14 are huruf qamariya and 14 were huruf shamsiya. And the examples I gave: al abu, al babu, al jannatu, al himaru, al rajulu, al ainu, al ghadaw. The father, al babu, the door, al jannatu, the garden or paradise, al himaru, donkey, al khubz, bread, al ain, eyes, al ghada means lunch, al famu, mouth, al qamaru, the moon, al kalbu, dog, al ma'u, the water, al waladu, the boy, al hawa'u, the air, al yadu means the hand. And huruf qamariya are at-tajiru, merchant, as-sawb, the clothes, adiku, the rooster, al-dhahabu means gold, al-rajulu, the man, az-zahratu, flower, as-samaku means the fish, ash-shamsu, the sun, as-sadru, the chest, al-dhaifu means the guest, al-talibu means the student, al-dhahru, it's actually al-dhuhru, dhuhr means the dhuhr time, noon time, al-lahmu, the meat, and najmu means the star. So we have seen this classification of huruf shamsi and qamari. Now coming back to the most important thing is that we saw was i'rab. So just to revise it all over again. So let's take an example. So whenever we change our attire or clothes based on certain situations, such as when we are in the walima of someone or reception or party, we have a different attire. When we are at home, we have some different attire. When we go to office, we have a different attire. So we change our attires or clothes based on certain situation. Similarly, the nouns or the ism in Arabic changes its hal or its situation based on certain situation, based on certain aspects, such as uh, I've told you the example like Muhammadur Rasulullah. Then you have Ashhadu Anna Muhammadan Abduhu wa Rasuluh. Then you have Allahumma Salli ala Muhammadin. You see that even a proper name in Arabic declines based on certain situation, based on awamil. Awamil means the one which is acting upon it. So you have different hal of an ism, that it sometimes it's Muhammadun, sometimes it's Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Similarly, for a common noun such as Kitabun, Kitaban, Kitabin, Al Kitabu, Al Kitaba, Al Kitab. So this change at the last letter, such as Kitabun, you always see the change in any ism at the last letter. Okay, such as if it was Muhammadun, then it's Muhammadan and Muhammadin. So this change which takes place in a noun at the end of the letter is nothing but it's called as i'rab. So case ending, it's nothing but case ending. Okay, so this science behind this declination of a noun is called i'rab, and it has, now we are dealing with three types of i'rab. There is one more that you don't have to worry about this that right now. So there are mostly three types of i'rab. One is marfu, mansub, and majroor. So when you hear this sound as Muhammadun or du, so it's marfu, such as Muhammadun, Babun, Kitabun, Al Kitabu, and the sign of a noun to be in state of marfu is nothing but this dhamma, either a single dhamma or double dhamma. So it's as simple as that. Whenever a noun has dhamma at the end, it is marfu by nature. And similarly, if it has fatha at the end, it's mansub by nature. And if it is majroor, then we say it is, if it has kasra, then we say it's majroor. So this is about the case ending. And the noun which declines are called ma'arab, it comes from i'rab, so mu'arab which declines, and the one which does not change, such as hadha and dhalika, are called mabni. Mabni means it's built upon that structure, so it does not change anymore. Then we saw jumla ismiya, right? So jumla ismiya, which starts with jumla, which starts with ism, and we saw jumla fi'liya as well, such as kharaja hamidun, dhahaba hamidun. So that's which starts with fi'l. So it's as simple as that. So in jumla ismiya, we usually find out two things, which is nothing but mubtada and khabar. And about mubtada and khabar, we saw that mubtada is always marfu and khabar is always marfu. Meaning mubtada and khabar both are always marfu. Then we saw mubtada is mostly, why I'm saying mostly now, because you have some exceptions, such as which has just come in our discussion. So al-kitabu jadidun, mubtada is mostly ma'rifa and khabar is mostly nakira, and mubtada and khabar both are marfu. And another thing is mubtada and khabar both agrees with each other in terms of number and gender, such as al-kitabu is singular, so jadidun is also singular. Al-kitabu is masculine, so jadidun is also masculine. So we saw about mubtada and khabar. So when it comes to jumla ismiya, we find out mubtada and khabar. When it comes to jumla fi'liya, we find out the fi'l and fa'il. So anyway, we have only encountered couple of fails. So about fail, we'll deal with fails in our book 2, inshallah. So you don't have to worry about fail. Then coming again, we saw that about hamzatul wasl. So hamzatul wasl is something which gets dropped whenever it's preceded by a word, and the examples we just saw about ismun and ibnun, right? And it is denoted with a small sad kind of denotion, and such as bismillahi. So ism about the hamzatul wasl gets dropped totally, and sometimes it's written but it doesn't get dropped, such as Isa ibn Maryam. Isa ibn Maryam. Again, hamzatul wasli is mudaf ilayh, right? Hamzatul wasli mudaf ilayh. This one is also mudaf ilayh, but I'll tell you about this later. Okay. And hamzatul qata, we saw it does not gets dropped in any case, such as qul huwallahu ahad wa idh qala Ibrahim. Was qala, it's not the case because this is hamzatul qata, it's not hamzatul wasl, right? So this is the two difference that we saw about hamzatul wasl and hamzatul qata. Then we had identified huruf shamsi and qamari in detail in our chapters. Then we saw huruf jar, right? So huruf jar is nothing but the preposition, and the examples are fi, ala, min, ila, so far. So we have learned about fi, ala, min, and ila. Fi means in, ala means on, min means from, and ila means towards. So what it does is, now coming back to how to identify a noun. So we can identify a noun with tanween. If it has tanween, it's definitely a noun. Second is if it has alif lam, it's definitely a noun. And the third one is if it is preceded by a harf jar and it is majroor, such as al baytu was a noun. If it is preceded by a harf jar, it becomes fil bayti. So this is another sign of identifying a noun, even though it has alif lam already, so it's anyway noun. But again, additionally it has fi, and because of fi, again this is noun. So it is nothing but fi is called harf jar and al bayti is called ism majroor. And we can for our sake of understanding, we can say jarun wa majrurun. This is jar and this is majrur. Jar is something which makes someone majrur. So just we say it as jarun and majrurun, or we say fi is harf jar and al bayti is majrur. And these two are combined are called shibu jumla. Okay, shibu jumla is nothing but phrase. So which needs an ism or fi'l to complete its meaning, such as kharaja hamidun fil bayti. Now it's a complete sentence. If I were just to say that fil bayti, in the house, it does not make complete meaning sense, or it does not give a complete meaning. So it's called shibu jumla. It's not a full jumla. So So it needs ism or fi'l to complete its meaning, such as huwa fil bayt, huwa fil bayti, ana fi bayti. I'm in a house, or I'm in the house. Right? So we saw this is about preposition. In the example, there are lots of examples that we saw. That لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل. على is harf jar, جبل is majrur. من علق إلى ربنا في ليلة إن أنزلناه في ليلة القدر. Because of fi, it's laylati, and again laylati is mudaf and al-qadri mudaf ilayh. So we saw mudaf ilayh as well. An ashabil jahim. An is harf jar, ashabi is majrur wa huwa mudaf, and al-jahim is mudaf ilayh. Lillahi. Li we have not seen. We'll do li and ba in coming classes. So we saw min, ila, fi, and ala. Okay. So this is about mudaf ilay. It makes the noun following it as majroor. So it has a kasra at the end. One kasra or double kasra. Then yeah, this is about the example of a shibu jumla khabar. So Muhammadun fil masjidi. Muhammad is in the masjid. So Muhammadun is mubtada. Fi is harf jar. Al masjid is majroor. These two combined are called jarrun wa majrurun shibu jumla khabar. Right? Or we can say harf jar is majrur shibu jumla khabar. And then we saw about the damir munfasil, which is nothing but pronoun. So it has around 14. So huwa, huma, hum. Huwa is for singular male, and ghaib. Ghaib muzakkar mufrad. Singular male and third person, right? So huwa, huma, hum. Similarly, female singular third person is called hiya, huma, hunna. Then mukhatab means the one who you are addressing to. So it's second person masculine singular. You say anta, antuma, antum for dual and for plural. And similarly, anti, antuma, antunna. Ana is for me, and nahnu is for us. So this is about damir munfasil we saw. And damir munfasil, it's called munfasil because it is detached. It is never attached to a noun, and it is always marifa, because the Mair are always marifa. It is also mabni, and it is in marfu state, right? Mair munfasil are in marfu state. Next was so this is about the Mair munfasil. It's always marifa, definite. It is in marfu case, and it is fixed. It's nothing but mabni. So it's fixed. It never changes, such as hada and zalika. So this is about the Damir munfasil. Then let me do the Zamir Muttasil as well. No, we don't have it here. So anyway. So Zamir Muttasil is nothing but something which gets attached to a noun. Let me show you that as well. I've anyway shared both the notes with all of you. If you want to refer, you can refer from here. So this is about Damir Muttasil and Munfasil. Muttasil we saw huwa, huma, hum, ya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. Similarly, we have Damir Muttasil. Munfasil is detached. Muttasil is attached. Okay. So you have, when you read Mustalah al-Hadith, the science of Hadith, you may come across this Muttasil Isnad, which means connected chain. So Muttasil means attached or connected. So it has again 16, such as hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, I, and na. So example of kuma, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. So which of the blessings of your Lord you too will deny. So why it is kuma? Can someone tell me why kuma is used as not ka? In the Quran, in Surah Rahman, Allah says, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. The Lord of you too. So who are these two? that Allah has mentioned here.
Is it jinn and mankind?
Yes, barakallah fiqh. It's jinn and mankind, because the mukallaf, as in the one who is going to be taken to account, are jinn and mankind both. So this Quran addresses both of them. So that is why it's a dual form is used, as such as kuma. So hu huma hum, ha huma hunna, ka kuma kum, ki kuma kunna, e and na. And this ya is called ya of speaker, or ya of first person, or ya ul mutakallim. And coming back to this damir muttasil, it's again mabni. It does not change. It gets attached to a particular noun, and the case is it's always going to be majroor, right? Such as kitabuhu. If it is kitabuhu, kitabu is mudaf, and who is mudaf ilayh. So mudaf ilayh is always majroor, right? And since it's mabni, it does not have kasra at the end. However, there are some kasra which is nothing but to ease the pronunciation, such as fi kitabihi. But it's anyway, it's in a majroor case, because mudaf ilayh is majroor. So we saw that already. Now coming back to after this damir muttasil and munfasil, we saw fail and file. We just touched briefly on the fail and file part. So fail is action, and the file is a doer or the subject. So kharaja and dhahaba, this is an example of fail madi, which is the past tense. So whenever you come across a word, a fail, such as fail madi, such as kharaja or dhahaba, so you find out one more thing, which is nothing but file. So in kharaja, file is hidden, and if I say kharaja hamidun, a file is apparent. So hamidun is file, and file is always marf. And in kharaja, it is hidden, right? Kharaja means he left, so he is hidden here. Then we saw the most important topic of our discussion, which is nothing but mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So mudaf, I said mudaf does not take tanween, never takes tanween. Yeah, even though it can be in any form of i'rab, such as it can be marfu, mansub, and majroor. This is one thing, and we have seen marfu and majroor case so far. And it does not take tanween. First is it does not take tanween. Second, it does not take alif lam. Okay, and mudaf ilay, if mudaf ilay is marifa, then mudaf is also marifa. And mudaf ilay, there is one condition, that mudaf ilay is always majroor. It can take alif lam, it can take tanween, it can be nakira, definite or indefinite both. So kitabu Bilalin means the book of Bilal, or such as in English, when you use that of or apostrophe, my father's, Bilal's, or his. So whenever you have a case of possession, when you possess something, then it's a case of mudaf and mudaf ilay. So kitabu is mudaf and Bilalin is mudaf ilay. Similarly, maktabu is mudaf, al-mudarrisi is mudaf ilay, majroor. And marfu, mansub, and majroor, three cases that we saw, even though we have not seen this much. So inna maktab al-mudarrisi. So here you saw mudaf is in mansub state. Maktabu, its mudaf is marfu state. And ala maktab al-mudarrisi, we have seen this. Fi bayt al-mudarrisi, or ala maktab al-mudarrisi. So here mudaf was in majroor case. And again, mudaf does not take tanween and alif lam, and mudaf ilay is always majroor. Then, yeah, this is the example that kitabun Bilalin can never be the case. Similarly, al kitabu Bilalin will not happen, because mudaf does not take tanween, mudaf does not take alif lam. Again, mudaf ilay kitabu Bilalun, again this is wrong, because mudaf ilay is always majroor. Again, kitabu Bilalan cannot be the case, because mudaf ilay is majroor, but here it's mansoob. So the correct one is kitabu Bilalin, because it satisfies all the condition of mudaf and mudaf ilay, such as mudaf does not take tanween and alif lam, and mudaf ilay is always majroor. More on mudaf ilay, we saw qalamu man. If you want to ask whose pen, whose son, whose name, so ismu man, ibnu man, qalamu man. So man here is mudaf ilay, but since it's mabni, it does not have a kasra. Okay, so kitabu man hadha means whose book is this. And then we saw the chain of mudaf ilay that we saw seen yesterday. So Masjidu Rasulillahi means the mosque of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So to analyze this, we've seen that Masjidu is mudaf because it satisfies the condition of mudaf, that it does not have tanween and alif lam. Rasuli is mudaf ilay because mudaf ilay is majroor, so it satisfies the condition of mudaf ilay. Again, Rasuli is mudaf because mudaf can come in any case of marfu, mansub, majroor, and mudaf, it does not have alif lam and it does not have tanween, so again it satisfies the condition of mudaf. So on top of mudaf ilay, it's again mudaf, and lafzul jalala here is mudaf ilay majroor. Okay, we have seen this yesterday. Masjidu Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The examples from Quran that we saw was إذا جاء نصر الله نصر الله مضاف إليه. بي رب الناس، بي حرف جر، ربي is اسم مجرور وهو مضاف، الناس مضاف إليه. الله نور السماوات، نور is مضاف، السماوات is مضاف إليه. ناقة الله مضاف مضاف إليه. رسول الله مضاف مضاف إليه. دار السلام مضاف مضاف إليه. وعد الله, because of inna it's wa'ada, so don't worry about this, we'll skip this for now. Then you say Muhammadun Rasulullah, Muhammadun was mubtada, Rasul is khabar, and it is mudaf, because I said technically this is khabar because khabar is always marfu. So it's khabar and it is mudaf, so we say khabarun wa huwa mudaf. Lafzul jalala or ismul jalala is mudaf ilay majroor, right? Qalamut talibi maksurun, the pen of the student is broken. So qalam is mubtada, at-talib is majroor, and sorry, qalam is mubtada and it is also mudaf. At-talib is majroor and maksurun is khabar. We have not seen about tilka and hadhi so far. So this is about then one more thing that we saw was female proper names do not have tanween as opposed to male proper counterparts, such as Fatimatu, not Fatimatun. Similarly, Zainabu, Maryamu, Khadijatu, Aishatu. However, male proper names have tanween, such as Muhammadun, Khalidun, Aliyun, and likewise. And one more thing to identify an ism as feminine. So we saw that if it has ta marbuta, this is the round ta at the end. So this is feminine in nature. As-sayyara. So similarly, jadidatun, talibatun, okay, dajajatun, nafidatun. So all of these words are feminine in nature. And if it does not have this ta marbuta, then it's considered as male, such as al-kitabu jadidun, talibun, zalika babu. Then then one more thing that we saw was zarf. So zarf is nothing but it's called adverb, and adverb has two types: adverb of place and adverb of time. So adverb of place are nothing khalfa, tahta, amama, fawqa, huna, hunaka, baina, inda. So you know the meaning of all of this already. Then you have zarf zaman, which is nothing but adverb of time. So you have qabla, ba'da, sabahan, laylan. Qabla before, ba'da بعد صلاة الفجر or قبل صلاة العشاء. صباحا morning, ليلا night, غدا tomorrow. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم, today we have completed the religion for you. So amsi is called yesterday. Okay. So it is about zarf, and it acts like a mudaf. So the noun following it is mudaf ilay majroor, and it can never be mubtada. Okay. We will see about this zarf coming at the starting of the sentence. We'll do this in coming chapters. So for now, just remember that it acts like a mudaf, and the noun following it is mudaf ilay majroor, such as huwa al-haqibatu tahta al-maktabi. The bag is under the table. So al-haqibatu is mubtada and tahta is zarf makan, zarful makan, again zarful makani, and zarful zamani is zarfu is mudaf and al-makani is mudaf ilay. Zarfu is mudaf, az-zamani is mudaf ilay. So you see, you have a lot of mudaf and mudaf ilay everywhere. And the example of from Quran is الذين كفروا وصدوا عن سبيل الله زدناهم عذابا فوق العذاب. So you see فوق is ظرف المكان, and al-adhabi again is مضاف إليه مجرور because it acts like a مضاف, right? لقد رضي الله عن المؤمنين إذ يبايعونك تحت الشجرة. تحت الشجرة. تحت is ظرف المكان, الشجرة is مضاف إليه مجرور. ويوم القيامة. يوم القيامة. اليوم or يوم. So يوم is ظرف, القيامة is مضاف إليه مجرور, and it is the example of ظرف الزمان. ولا تقولن لشيء إني فاعل ذلك غدا. And do not say about a thing that indeed I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So غدا is in Surah Kahf. So you say إلا أن يشاء الله. So whenever you want to say that I'll do something tomorrow, you should add inshallah. So غدا is again example of ظرف الزمان. بين أحد من رسله لا نفرق بين أحد. So بين again is ظرف المكان, and أحد is مضاف إليه مجرور because it acts like a مضاف. So this is about it. I mean, this is what we've all discussed in our classes so far. File Mazi, we've seen this. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Is there anything that you want me to? So this Damir Muttasil and Munfasil we've already seen. Then we did some conjugation with Mudaf Mudaf Ilay with Damir Muttasil, right? Kitabuhu, Kitabuhum, Sayyaratuhu, Kitabuka, Kitabuki, Sayyaratuki, Ismi, my name, Kitabi, my book, Kitabuna, Dinuna, Dini, my deen, Dinuna, our deen, Sayyarati, my car. So likewise, we've already seen these examples. We've not done this. Okay, so this is about the revision class. I've almost covered everything that we have discussed so far, starting from alphabets till the mudaf, mudaf ilayh, and zarf. So if there is anything that you say you feel that I've missed, please let me know. And okay, so now just tell you that this is the Arabic solution book as well. If you want to go about the exercises, you can take help from here. Yeah, one more thing I just wanted to ask that since here we are dealing with three aspects of the language, such as we are reading, we are listening, and we are speaking. About reading, I'm not sure because I have seen and I've corrected a couple of submissions that were done for chapter 1, 2, and 3. Whosoever have submitted, barakallahu fikum. And I would like to ask all of you that you should first of all have a physical copy, and if that is not possible, then try to at least write, try to practice writing Arabic as well, and try to solve all the exercises. And since we have already done with the revision, we're already done with the revision, so I am going to prepare a test right now, because next week there will not be any classes because of Eid. So meanwhile, maybe in a day or two, I will give you the test paper. So what you need to do is you should, before attempting the test, you should read and revise everything that we have discussed. While doing the test, you should not take any help. And this is between you and Allah, right? So if no one is seeing you, know that Allah sees you. So it's between you and Allah that whenever you attempt the test, don't try to copy or just to get, because the purpose is not to score higher or get a degree here. It's the purpose is to understand the book of Allah and the Sunnah of Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this should be the intention of all of us to start learning Arabic, because we need to purify our intentions, like just as I explained in the first class, that the intention is to understand the book of Allah and the Sunnah of Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is about the class today, and about the test. As I said, I will let you know the test paper, and you should, while attempting the test, you will have almost a week or more than a week's time to attempt the test. And while attempting, do not take any help. And about submissions, I'll discuss with Farhan, and we'll let you know that where do you need to submit the test paper. So if there is, okay, so is there any question on this? Please let me know. In chapter 5, we have almost, we have finished till chapter 5. Any questions so far? Amsi is again Mabni. So Amsi will be Amsi. Al-Famu means mouth. Sorry, I did not see your, I hope you all were able to see my screen, right? Someone told me that I cannot see things which are explaining on screen. Okay. So yeah, Amsi is Majrur because it is Mabni. Okay. Any questions so far? How any difficulties in, because about it, I got some feedback that sometimes these terminologies are overwhelming, but now that we have done it twice now, that once when we're dealing with the chapters, and second one was while revising everything. So I hope these terminologies are looking for familiar right now. Will the test be in Google Docs, or will have to submit physical copy of it? I guess the physical copy would be helpful, because that will, I mean, at least engage all of you in Arabic writing as well. I'll discuss with Farhan on this, whether it should be on Google Docs, or what I prefer is that it should be on piece of paper, because it will involve all of your senses, right? Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So I prefer that. Any questions? Any difficulties? And I hope you guys are enjoying this course in terms of learning. So I'll tell you that when we are in chapter all adverb mabni, no, not all are mabni. Some are mu'arab as well, such as tahta. I gave the example, like min jannatin tajri min tahtiha al-anhari. So tahti, so it's again mu'arab, it declines. But amsi is amsi. So next class on 8th of August. Let me see the calendar. First and second we will not have classes. So yeah, 8th of August. Yes. And you have all the time in the world to revise everything and do all the exercises. So someone was saying us, I mean, in the comments I saw that homework part. So it's upon you that how you guys do the homework. I can only tell you that please finish all the homeworks. So if you do the homeworks, it would be good for you.
Altamash bhai, can you please analyze one sentence
Yes,
which
yes,
have a
please.
zarf? Can you please analyze huwa tahta shajarati? I know huwa is mubtada here. What
Yeah.
about the khabar? Will zarf act as a khabar here?
I'll tell you. Yeah. Tahta is zarf, and the noun following it is ash-shajarati is mudaf ilayhi majrur. And I told you that these two combined are called zarf shibu jumla khabar. Zarf shibu jumla khabar. Yeah, this one thing that I forgot to explain you. Good that you reminded me. So we have seen types of khabar, right? Some few types of khabar we saw. The first one was hadha baytun, or al kalamu maksurun, al kitabu jadidun. Here you see the khabar is singular mufrad, right? So this is one of the types of khabar that you have mufrad khabar, right? Such as hadha baytun, al kalamu maksurun, al kitabu jadidun. Mufrad means singular. Khabar is singular, right? Next is shibu jumla khabar. Next was shibu jumla khabar, such as huwa fil bayti or ana fil bayti, right? So this is second type of khabar. Third one was this zarf shibh jumla khabar, such as the example that Feroz has just asked me. Huwa tahta shajarati, or huwa tahta shajarati, or al-haqibatu tahta shajarati. So this is the example of huwa tahta sayyarati. It's an example of zarf shibh jumla khabar. So we have seen three types of khabar so far. One is hadha baytun, mufrad khabar, singular khabar. Second was huwa fil madrasati or ana fil bayti, so jar majrur shibh jumla khabar. And third type of khabar is zarf shibh jumla khabar. This is called under the tree, right? Under the car. So again, it does not give the complete sense, right? So it's again shibu jumla. So what kind of shibu jumla? Since it has zarf, so it's called zarf shibu jumla. So these three types of khabar we have seen so far. Is it clear, Feroz?
Yes, Barakallahu fi.
Okay, then get ready for the test, inshallah. It's going to be easy if you have been following the lessons and you're doing the exercises and you know the concepts by now. So it will not be difficult for you, inshallah. Any more questions, please? Anything that you want to ask? Mudaf also acts as a khabar, depending on the sentence, such as Ibnu, ana ibnul mudaris. So Ibnu here is khabar and it is also mudaf, and al mudaris is mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf is a concept, right? And mubtada and khabar is something that you deal with whenever you are dealing with jumla ismiya. And mudaf is one of the concept or properties of ism. If it is a case of possession, then you have mudaf or mudaf ilayhi. Such as if something belongs to me, my book, my name, my car. So kitabi, ismi, sayyarati, likewise. So I possess something. Or Rasulullahi, the messenger of Allah, or Kitabullahi, or Baytullahi, and likewise. All right, I guess people are getting late. I'm sorry about 10 minutes extension. So I hope this everything is clear, and just get ready for the test. Inshallah, we'll have a test. Okay, if there are no more questions, then I guess we can close class, and we'll meet inshallah after Eid. And meanwhile, you guys need to attend the test. Okay, barakallahu feekum, jazakumullahu khair. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.